Welcome back to the Platinum Guide of Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, friends. And we are already relatively far in the game. We went through this nice door and then discovered a nice little house with a pretty lady inside. And of course we watched the cutscene. And then we basically ended up in the next section. Let's fade out the pretty things and get straight to work. Because when we come out here, then we have to look over here with a sniper at the tower. That's where the first frog is sitting, and of course we grab it right away. And then we can also get the yellow duck here. It's simply, if you look down here, down there on the rock, pretty hard to find. That's why I already shot it beforehand once, and that's where it's hidden. So sniper out and straight onto that thing. And then we basically have done that. We need to hurry a little bit, friends, because Silksong and Kronos, the New Dawn, are right at the door. That's why I'm of course stepping on the gas so that we maybe even finish today. There's going to be an extra part again, so back we go. We have collected everything here on the map and back again into the place where we came from at the mountain peak. And careful, don't go straight through the door now, because there's still a bit to pick up here. When you come out here on the right, on the blank, basically, there's the next frog. And we also find the next yellow duck here. Of course, because whenever there's a frog there, also is a yellow duck. And that one up there is pretty nasty. Well, anyway, it goes on here for sure, and we can also grab ourselves a nice trophy. But first, let's quickly look at the map. We have already done everything here, and then we have to go down to the target point. So if you arrived here and we checked everything here, then you just start running here and run through here, and you can now get the trophy as if he didn't care by simply barking into one of the guys here. That works best if you keep going here, because down here in the corridor one will come around the corner in a moment. You kind of have to wait for him a bit, and then you can just run him over. When he raises his hands, then just run into him, and then we got it, as if he didn't care. So we've got that done. Keep going. We are at 26 trophies at the moment. You can go straight through here. If this seems a bit weird to you, then feel free to check the description again for exactly how it works. But at this point it works quite well. We now have to go down to the target object again. That's why we go up here and then into the red door. Exactly this one. We then come into the underground tunnel here, and there's also the next boss here, friends. Before he arrives, we will grab the next green frog and of course pick up the baggage here. Grenades are full by now. We don't need them in this run anyway. An endlessly long staircase, and you will come out down here. There are also a few packs with ammo, and back there you can already see the green frog, which we will of course snipe. So take out the sniper and shoot the thing once. And then we can continue here. So SVD in hand and enable the scope once, and back there it is. It's actually hard to miss. Grab it, shoot it once, and then head on back there down the ladder. And here comes the next boss fight. In the boss fight itself there's also a yellow duck when you come out down here. It's best to go over to this piping here, and there are, gaps in between, and the yellow duck sits on a pipe there. You should actually find it easily. So map check out again. Then of course best to tranquilize the boss. Don't kill him, and then we also get Houston, we had a problem. The trophy, and of course we will take that with us. Runs through once and take the guy out, and then of course grab the outfit we get when we simply tranquilize him. And basically don't kill him. Afterwards there is another little cutscene, as is usual with Hideo Kojima. And when we are through here, we just go along here, grab the outfit right away. It's right in the bag to collect, so don't forget, it is right there on the left. Somehow I cut it out of this clip, but collect all the packages down here anyway. Right at the very beginning there is this outfit. Take it with you, you then get another cutscene and then you're basically in the base. And here is a base, you can naturally collect the next green frog and yellow duck. So straight ahead here and then right around the corner, the next goon is already standing there. We will blast him once. And then of course we can continue and oh, not left here. You can do that too if you want, but so you don't get spotted, we will quietly go sneak style around the back of the building once. And then on this building we have now walked around, we also see the next yellow duck. Namely, if we turn around here, up there on the roof, that's where the thing is sitting. Shoot it once and then quickly grab the green frog. It is in one of these barracks here. We will run over once and it's not the first barracks. I had to look in there first. It's the second barracks, so of course we still have to go over there, take out the minion here first, and then we will grab the next green frog here. Right, we will take that with us. Then it continues back here. There's a door back there. We will take a look at the map again in a moment so that we also have everything in overview. Just run through and when we have arrived back there, we will take a look at it. That's done. Then of course go through the door, back here and we will be in the next section. So we run through here once and on the left on the tank, that's where the yellow duck is. And we will of course shoot it, the duck, and then we will run through here and take out the dude here. And we will finish him off too. Right behind that guy, the green frog is standing, namely up there, and the thing is pretty nasty to hit. Try to just shoot it somehow, if necessary, toss a grenade. And when you've done that, you simply go back here first, namely through back here, because the items we have collected now will be relatively hard to get later. That's why we did this here first. So we go back here now and when we have arrived here, then it continues. We follow this path again here, and in the next back right corner there's a little tunnel we can crawl through, and then we can grab the next thing there as well. So crawl through here once and you will come into the next section. And here in the section you can of course collect the yellow duck and the green frog. Again, run through once. Careful, there's an enemy on the left here. You can already see it by his breath. And we will of course take him out once. Go up here and up on the roof, you will find both right away. Green duck, I already said, of course yellow, and green frog is over there, we will shoot it again. Kerotan and gecko, or whatever they are called, for me they're yellow duck and green frog. Shoot the thing, and back there on that piece there is also the yellow duck. So we have got that done too, friends. Perfect. Let's take another quick look at the map for overview. We've done everything here and of course we can continue then. We now want to go into the building under us first and then we can grab the next nice tasty things there. So from here just quickly jump down here. Not exactly spy-like, but landed fully on our feet. And then we went in here into the torture chamber. Then of course it goes on. We can go right into the room here once and then we find a nice poster and also the yellow duck and we will shoot it once. In any case we did that. Then keep going straight through here. Then go this way once. Feel free to search the rooms here. There is also the green frog. We will grab that too, so we already have everything here and can basically move on right away. Let's briefly look at the map for overview again. So we have done that. The building is particularly big, but this way you will definitely find it. Then go through here once and yeah, let's take a quick look around here again. Is there anything nice to find here? I think there is actually nothing more here. So we can go out again because there is something to get here later. That threw me off a bit. So let's go out and yeah, to the southeast when we come out here. The enemy will already took out, then we can of course go along back here and through the door once. And then we arrive in the northeast. And once we are here, yeah, we have to watch out for the spotlights a bit, and right at the start up there on the post there is the yellow duck. Pretty tricky to see, I think, but yeah, let's go all the way through. Of course, don't get caught by the spotlight and then head along in the back first here. Go into the gap here and then you can crawl through here. Just keep following the path until you get a right hand turn. And that's where we go in once, and that's where is the green frog. Yeah, I skipped that briefly because you really crawl for quite a while there, and now you also have to crawl back for quite a while, so that you come out exactly where you basically climb down into the depths here. So back here again, and yeah, it continues here as well. So we go out here once, quickly around the corner to the right, and then basically go back again. The main thing is go back here again and go right here once, and that's where it continues. And yeah, the spotlight also completely caught me here, but somehow it didn't trigger an alarm at all. Well, then let's go to the map, and there we can find the target point, and that is where we are going now, of course. So this is our next section here, the east wing in the weapons lab, and here it gets a bit tricky, also pretty cool. First, go in here and grab the yellow duck. It's very well hidden in my opinion, and grab the briefcase here once too. Now, yeah, as I said, it gets a bit tricky. You have to go up to the next floor once and also capture somehow right away to basically steal his costume. It's a bit weird, the scene, but we are definitely doing it because we need the costume to move on. So it's best to wait here because in a moment an officer will come out of the door. There he is already. There he goes. You can wait here if you like, then you've bridged a bit of time because the guy is relatively, well, he moves faster on foot than we do when we're carrying him now. Tranquilize him once or grab him from behind and yeah, lift him up, and you basically have to track him over here. So use square to lift him up on PlayStation Square, and yeah, then we can track him farther. You absolutely have to keep square held down. I didn't get that at the beginning either, but it's not a big deal. Then run along here once, and then you can go through the door here, and you can only go through there if you go through with this guy, and then you have to track him over to the changing rooms and basically grab his outfit. I don't really know whether it's a guy or a woman now because the cutscene is kind of pretty confusing. Totally Hideo Kojima style. In any case, continue through here and grab the green frog here as well, and his outfit, so the officer outfit, we now have it in our inventory. So yeah, look at the map briefly again. We have done both. Yellow duck, green frog, found. Kerotan and Gecko are in the back. Now go into camouflage, and there is the officer outfit. We will go into that once and you can see it here. And now you also have to change the officer face mask again, and as I said, it's all kind of a bit confusing. Why does the guy have a face mask on? Yeah, as I said, is it even a guy? I have no idea. Well, anyway, there's definitely a story behind it, but with this outfit we can go through several new doors here. And of course we can head along there, and we can also mess with the employees here, which was particularly fun for me. Yeah, feel free to go down here because there's also a weapon down here, and you can only pick it up with this outfit. So go into the second door here and feel free to pick up all the stuff. But important, as I said, there's also a weapon in the back here. Of course we will take it with us once, and yeah, then we have it in our inventory. You can of course also pick up all the other junk here, and feel free to go through all the other doors and pick up all the other junk there too. But you don't necessarily need it. Those are all things that aren't trophy relevant. Then go up here once, and then we can continue back here at the locker room. That is why you could miss the weapon pretty easily. But above all, you can also really easily miss the next section and the next fixtures. So go through here once, take this door in the back, and you will then come into the main wing. And with our uniform we can continue there, and we only get there if we stole the officer's uniform before. So let's take to our heels and run over to the door back here once. And then of course we will go in there again. And now, very important friends, don't run straight to the door at the front. Don't run to the front. Instead, definitely take off the officer's outfit, the uniform, whatever, first, and yeah, naked or whatever you want. So the main thing is you put something on, the massive, whatever. We need our weapon once to get the yellow duck and the green frog here. And that's why this is pretty easy to miss here. If you sprint in at the front, the scene is already over. Take out the officers here, and because the figures are also pretty far outside and yeah, pretty tricky to see. One is here up on this mast, that's the green frog. Well, shoot it once and that should be done. Better check again whether you really hit it, and if not, then shoot again. And the yellow duck is also directly here in the window, also a bit tricky to see, especially with zoom, but around the corner, that's where it is. Shoot that thing once. And then we will of course go back again, because we actually have to go through here, but as an officer. So yeah, let's run back once more and then of course change our outfit again. Important that we have done the stuff here and we have checked it off, so moving on. Back through the door here once, and when you are outside here, just change your clothes again and become the officer again. And then you can go through the door again, because the guards will let you go through here basically. Well, then let's go in here first, put on the officer's uniform and the phase 2, of course the mask. And then we continue here, and yeah, then we can of course have these guys here accompany us through the door once. The whole thing then ends in the super long cutscene, and somehow the cutscene was weird again because it was black for a very long time. Was it cut there? No idea. Anyway, we end up in the cell here, and yeah, now we are imprisoned here. Have lost all our stuff. Yeah, there's only a fork here, which we also absolutely need to go into the healing menu here and then pull this pill out of the leg. That's really important because we will need this pill in a moment too. Feel free to grab the bed here so you have something to munch on. And also now, of course, very important that you have equipped the pill. Now press the left on the D-pad, use the death pill and die. Now don't press anything, friends. Don't press X or anything anything else to quit the game. Rather, when the guy has opened the door, then hold left again and take the revival pill here. And that way you can get up again. You must not stay lying down for long, otherwise you really die. So yeah, wait until he's opened the door and then take the revival pill. Yeah, thus we are free, friends, and we have got this done here. We have already taken care of all the fixtures here, so we can of course break out the cell. There is still something to pick up here, namely the camera, and when we run through here once we can discover that too. If you go right in here once, where the frog was earlier, there is the camera in the corner here, and of course we will take it with us once. Right then, of course, quickly get out of here, escape, and that's why I said earlier that we have little time to grab the figures later. And if you're here now, just run through on easy. It's naturally easy because you can basically take an infinite numbers of shots. Just run through here and crawl through this small train here again, and you will be on the other side. Of course, you can continue to flee here. Remember that you can simply roll over those shield barriers or dogs, and then they basically won't cause you any problems anymore. Run all the way through, grab the door here, and we are actually back here at the tanks. And then we can also, happily continue. We have to go straight ahead back there in that direction. Watch out, there's also a duck coming. Feel free to roll it with triangle on PlayStation. Run along here once, and here on the right side where these barrels are, I will show it again on the map. That is where we have to go through once. So just keep right here, roll the enemies again, and then in the right corner here, crawl through the pipe once. And then we basically made it, and the soldiers won't chase us anymore because they are a bit too lazy to crawl down here and also use a ladder. That would have been a bit too much, right? When we arrive down here now, it continues. It all ends again in the cutscene. There is a very long tunnel. Run through it. There is basically nothing to miss. Then a very long cutscene comes, and the end you will come out in a kind of river, and that's very strange again, but also somehow cool. Just walk this entire river once. You really can't do anything there. So just keep walking the whole time until at some point you simply die. Yeah, and then you're dead, and that's basically settles it. So now you just have to revive, of course. For that, hold the left again and use the revive pill here again. Basically, like in the prison, and then you will also get the River of Sorrow trophy. And we will naturally collect that once. Then watch the cutscene in peace, and then we will continue in the forest. We have received the River of Sorrow trophy, and then you will come out here. You will see the green frog right away. But since we don't have our gear, we cannot shoot it. That's why we will simply keep going through here first and grab this tree trunk here and basically climb across it. I've already fallen down there once, but well, you will do better. So just run along here and we will keep following this river. Then turn sharply right once, and you will then basically come to a waterfall all the way at the end. And with the waterfall we have to go in once. Of course, behind the waterfall, as you know from fairy tales. And then we get another long cutscene. Not that long, but above all, we also get our gear back. And we also get a special outfit for it. So we have everything back in here, have a new outfit, but our cages are empty. And our critters we have caught are, of course, also not there. That makes it a bit tricky. But here we got the new outfit Spirit. You should all have that in your inventory now. And you can of course equip it already because it's pretty good. It suppresses footstep noises, and it's definitely very useful. When we have the gear on, then definitely don't keep going, but first go back, leave the waterfall, because we absolutely have to get our critter back here. We absolutely have to tranquilize it and put it in the cage so that in the end we also get the trophy for it, or rather the mask for infinite ammo. So take the easy gun again or another tranquilizer, and we will first grab our rare worm back. It's lying here on the left around the corner. If you caught it before, then it's lying here, and here you can put it back into the cage again. Pretty cross critter somehow. I don't know whether something like that really exists or if it's some legend, or well, let's pick it up the thing. And then of course we have our Tsuchinoko captured in the cage again. Yeah, we are taking it with us to the end of the game now, friends. Never eat it, never throw it away, never. Always take that thing with you. And yeah, then turn around. Here at the waterfall, in the waterfall hole, so to speak, there's also a uniform. And for that you simply dive down here once. It's a bit difficult because there is a lot of current. And of course we will take that with us once too. Then don't go away yet, because here at the waterfall there's still the yellow duck. And then you can just run back here as well. Follow this river because below there was still the yellow frog, I almost said again, the green frog. I kind of get mixed up when I say that too often by now. Also a bit tricky, YouTube sickness. Well, let's climb out of the water here and definitely shoot the green frog and then run through here once more. Now we have to go up again, namely towards the waterfall, and then we basically have to follow the path. But I will quickly grab 2 trophies with you that we will need later for the platinum, of course. We can basically get them at any time, and since we haven't gotten them yet, we will just grab them quickly. But first, calmly run back to the waterfall, and then we are at the waterfall. I will explain everything else to you. Run along here once. As I said, we have basically done everything here too. We can look at the map for overview again, and of course you will also see that we have checked everything off here. Now run to the target point and go through the waterfall again, and yeah, behind it we will then do a couple of nice trophies. So along here once, and now we will do 2 trophies, and one is the frequency, and the other time we simply have to go into photo mode here once and just use photo mode once and exit again, and you will get the trophy cheese. Yeah, super easy, super simple, and exactly, then you've also done that. If you have got the trophy in the bag, then of course it goes straight on with the next one. And for that you have to call a healing frequency. I've linked all the frequencies for you again below in the description. It depends on which difficulty you are basically playing, and then the frequency changes each time. In the end, with the correct frequency, you will get the Serenity FM trophy. And with that, we are at the end too, friends. I really have to say, with a controller it's a bit tricky to set the things here, but otherwise the game is quite nice. Yeah, we will continue as quickly as possible with the next guide, so that we can then also devote ourselves to the next games. And they will be out soon. That's why I'd of course be happy if you also left a subscription, and we will see each other next time.